All right, guys, it's the weekend before Christmas. And I know this won't be out before Christmas because I'll never get it edited. But man, it's freezing cold. It's dark, and I've got a high probability of feeling some significant pain today. So I was thinking on the way over here, you know, what got me out the door? What got me motivated? Because I was not highly motivated to come. It was already late and I was just not fired up. So, you know, what got me motivated to come here today? And I thought of a few things that may help some of you guys if you're suffering from motivation problems and my mouth is going to quit working because it's freezing. But I got a few things that may help if you're suffering from motivation, and let's talk about them. All right, guys, so I'm back at Doak Park. I'm going to work on the mini ramp some. I'm here. Just like the other night when I was trying to do those 180s. So that's the plan, is to do a few of those, and I'm going to talk about motivation a little bit while I'm skating. So I'll do a little skating, talk a little bit about my motivation. So this will be kind of a talking and skating video, and hopefully I'll make a few of these 180s tonight. If not, it's going to be a painful lesson, but it's fun. So that's part of it. So let's talk about the first thing that helps get you out the door, which, number one, that's the biggest thing. You know, I'm coming here getting suited up, freezing cold, miserable. That's not the problem. The problem is getting out the door. And because if you can't get out the door, you can't do anything. So you've got to work on whatever it's going to take to get you out the door. So let's talk about a few of those things while I skate. All right, guys, we're going to start off like normal with just a few front side stalls. I get used to this coping again because it's this is big coping on these. It sticks up way high on both sides. So let's do a few front side stalls to get warmed up, and then we'll do some maybe off the flat and then some off of the ramp itself. And then once we get those, we'll work into the actual 180s. All right, so those didn't feel too bad, but now comes the fun part. Let's do some 180s off of these ramps and see what we can do. I know you guys probably wonder why I always go in that same direction and don't like switch back and forth, but it's because this whole park leans slightly downhill. So like I'm going here from this side, you can see it's just slightly downhill. And so that makes a huge difference getting up the other side of the ramp. If I come from one side to the other, it's a lot slower. So I always go from the big box over to the small box. But let's try some 180s now and see what we got. All right, guys. Oh, those are tough. I got to get my wits about me before I get some good ones. Ooh, so yeah, it's just getting my feet back up on the coping right. Like half the time I'm up there, I'm between the wheels instead of on the H-block. So I got to work on getting my feet. These are not actually, falling on these ramps is not terrible. It does hurt, but it's not killing me. It hurts my leg to land crooked, but that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, honestly. So let's give it another shot and see if we can make some tonight. All right, so what's the first thing that kind of gets you out the door? And I'm gonna be honest, for me, the biggest thing is the fact that I'm 63 and I'm still able to do this. You know, I probably don't have a lot of years left, honestly, to where I can actually do like this stuff like I want. So every chance I get, every opportunity I get, I feel like I waste it if I don't take advantage of it. So, you know, the biggest thing for me is just I'm so grateful to be able to be out here at 63 years old and skate and still have some fun doing things I love to do. So number one, just be grateful that you can get out. All right, guys, got one. That was, yeah, it wasn't terrible. So maybe now, I don't know, it's just so hard to get on this coping. Gosh, these copings are really proud. And just to get my feet up there on them is tough, but I got one. So let's see how many we can do tonight. If I can get more makes than I miss, then I'm way ahead of the game, because so far, every time I've been, I've gotten way more misses than makes. So let's try a few more and see what we got. All right, guys, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got a few in a row that time, and actually one of my viewers commented that you just really got to pay attention to keeping that front lead foot in front all the time. And I really was working on that, making sure I was landing like not with my feet together, but trying to land with my feet split, and it does make a huge difference. So thank you for that. God, yeah, it's the most I've ever gotten in a row, so pretty daggone happy with that, and this is worth freezing for. So let's see if we can just do a few more and then skate around a little bit and have some fun. All right, so the second thing that gets you out the door, or it gets me out the door, I don't know if it gets you, but maybe it's one of those things that can get you out the door. So the second thing for me is just, I love to learn stuff. You know, I come out here, I'm working on this new trick. I love learning anything, and it doesn't even have to be physical. I play the harmonica, I juggle, do other things, and I really love learning. This is painful learning, where those things are not quite so painful, but still, in the end, it's all about just, you know, learning new stuff and being excited to learn new stuff. And I think if you get to a point in your life when you're no longer excited to learn something new, man, you got one foot in the grave already. So, you know, I just encourage you, man, just always stay on top of learning. Just be excited to learn, love to learn. And that keeps me coming out the door every single time, is working on something new and learning something new. All right, so I think the third thing, and maybe the last, I don't know, I have a short drive over here, I didn't have too much time to think, but the third thing, and especially here, it makes a difference for me, because it's seeing how far you've come. This particular park is the first place I ever dropped in. I dropped in on this ramp right here, right there. And I put a video about, you know, it was like a year ago, a little over a year ago, or maybe a year ago, about that. And now, you know, doing these 180s, I'm not thinking about dropping in. I'm thinking about going to the other side on the wall. And man, that's a huge change. You know, I'm sure in a year, you know, if you're younger, you're gonna make a lot more progress than that. But again, I'm 63 and I'm just happy to be out here skating. So, especially at a place like this, when we skate at Lexington, I can see the progress. Maybe not every time I skate, but definitely, you know, month by month, I can definitely see progress. And for me, that's a huge motivator, is to look back and say, man, I've made a lot of progress over this time frame. And it just keeps me motivated to get out that door and come back out here and get some more. So with that, let's keep skating. All right, guys, so I tried a couple things on the rail, didn't work, busting my butt. So I'm gonna call it a night. I'm pretty happy with the 180s. I made way more than I missed tonight, so that was feeling better. Leg is killing me, but that's okay. I just fell on my shoulder, that's killing me, but that's okay too. So overall tonight, man, it was great. I'm glad I came out here. I'm glad I got my butt out the door. And so for those motivational things, you know, just the biggest thing is just be glad you can skate. You know, be glad you're not injured, be glad you're able to skate, especially if you're older. Just be happy you're out here. You know, secondly, love learning. Just be excited to come out every time and try to learn something new, even if it's just getting better at something you already know how to do. That's still learning. You know, you're learning and you're getting better. And then lastly, just look at where you've been, look at where you've come from, and see your progress over the course of your time skating, or whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be skating, but just look at your progress, and that'll, you know, hopefully that'll motivate you. So hopefully these things will help you guys out some, get you out the door motivated. And like always, we thank you guys for watching, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. So until next time, we'll see you on the next one.